Ron, you guys were down 7 early in the second half, end up winning by 18. What changed over the final 19 minutes or so?
Well, first of all, it's finals week. I think some of them were still studying when they were sitting on the bench today. At least they look that way. Winning is hard. It doesn't matter. The history here speaks of that, and we respect every opponent. And we didn't get the best start. We took, I think, 15 threes in the first half, only made 3. But I think our defense kept us in there. I think we gave up 20 points in the first half, or 21 in the first half. And then we just had the battle in the second. That was the message at halftime. Was just keep guarding. We're going to find ways to score. We're going to find a rhythm. And I think they did a really good job of handling the adversity that they faced in the first half, because they could have, kind of faltered there for a minute.
There was at least one play where Kofi got the rebound, passed out to Sharma, another play where Sharma fed Kofi for that three-point play. What about the play of your first-year guys tonight?
Man, we got a great lift from the freshmen today. And I'll go back. You got to go through some experiences in order for you to grow. And Ish is a hard worker. Jacob's a really hard worker as well. And he's been, what you saw today is what he's done in practice many times. And it's just a matter of time. We like to say that, hard work, is rewarded when the opportunity presents itself. And with Day being out, Ish was asked to do more. And, he stepped up and he was the next man up. And he did a really good job. And, Blake is usually our defensive anchor. And he was a little off today. And Jacob stepped in and did a really good job as well. Those two guys, we're very pleased with what they did for us today.
Great. Elijah Saunders, I think, had 13 at his 15 in the second half. What did you see from him over those final 20 minutes?
Elijah played a lot more physical in the second half. He got in front of the basket. Their attention to detail in executing our kind of special situations, out of bounds unders with 0.8 seconds left on the clock. Some of those execution plays were really, well done. Him, doing part of it, but the pass and the screen. IMAX had a phenomenal screen. Rhodey delivered the pass on time, and Elijah actually made the correct read. So, from that standpoint, I give the guys just credit for paying attention to the details in that moment, because all of those kind of quick hitter plays, we needed tonight.
Jackie and then Preston.
In Day Ames sprained his ankle against SMU. Do you foresee him to be a long-term injury, or what's the timeline for him?
No, I don't think it's long-term. I just felt that he was still a little sore, and today might have set him back further, so we wanted to be really smart with his recovery.
Preston.
You're coming off 2 losses. First half doesn't get off the way you wanted it to. How do you kind of continue to keep these guys heads up, especially, it's finals week, like you said, a lot's going on. How do you keep them going this month?
Yeah, today I was actually thinking I wish I would have gotten a psychology degree, maybe. That would help. Well, the truth is that, losing, kind of teaches you some things, and through adversity is where you grow. I know we all want to shy away from it, those 2 road games were challenging, of course. We practiced hard, we practiced well. They had great attention to detail and shoot around today. These guys want to be good. Our job is just make sure that, no one gets left behind, that we continue to value every possession. We're turning the ball over way too much right now, and we have to continue to clean that up. But for us is to continue to encourage them. They're all talented, and they're all good players, One person's opinion or one person's suggestion of an athlete, should not dictate to them who they are. These guys are good players. They're here for a reason. They've earned the right to be on this stage. And, for me as their coach right now, what I have to do is encourage them and let them know how talented they are and to continue to stay the course.
Eli Bennett was dressed tonight and got in. What happened to elevate him to, the roster?
Yeah.
What's the plan there going forward? And just talk about him a little bit.
Yes, there are very few things that you can do as a coach that really kind of bring you, tremendous joy. And, to award a guy a jersey, is one of those things. I think the second thing is when you can award a guy a scholarship, But one of our pillars is servanthood. And, we have guys that show up to practice every day that, half the people around here don't even know their names, and they work so hard. They're here early. They leave late. Eli Bennett is one of those guys. So what we decided to do is every home game, we're going to dress a different guy to give those guys the opportunity to get on the floor and hopefully even if it's just to warm up, and if they have a chance to get in, if we have an opportunity, we'll find a way to get them there. It's our way to say thank you for all that they do to serve this team.
How do you solve the turnover issue? What can you do in practice? What are things that you can try to figure out to alleviate those issues?
Yeah, we just have to keep working at it. It's a mindset. There's a skill set to it, of course. But we do, and we've been, focusing on that since the summer. It's something that has plagued us a little bit, and we were aware of it. We're just going to continue to work on it, and we'll get better. We'll show film. We'll do drills. I mean, there are a lot of drills that we're doing right now, and since the turnovers haven't picked up the way we want it, we're going to scrap some of those drills and create new ones. But in the end, honestly, it's a mindset. It's a mentality. I think it's a level of toughness. It's a level of playing when you're tired. A lot of different things come into play, and then there's leadership on the floor that has to control some of that for us.
Okay, we'll take two more. Preston and then Jeff.
You've had a couple opportunities to play good teams. You got your first opportunity at home to play a good team next week in Memphis. How do you prepare for that and just knowing kind of what these opportunities mean in the long run?
Yes, I mean, we respect, honestly, we respect every opponent. And we're going to prepare for Memphis the same way we prepare for the game tonight, the same way we prepare for Florida. We don't have the luxury of, looking at any opponent differently. We have a young group. We have guys that have to get to know each other. Our attention to detail in practice has to be intense. Memphis is an athletic team. They're long. They're in the top 25 for a reason. So, it's another opportunity for us to take on that task at home and make sure that we do the little things really well.
The women's program today this week got a big gift from Alexis Ohanian. In this age of NIL, what is the impact of something like that when it comes to recruiting and retention?
Man, Alexis is a huge ambassador for for women's sports as a whole. I am personally a huge tennis fan, so I'm just excited that he is a part of our community. I think that his gift to our women, is I think is a gift that will impact this program in a huge way, and I'm just thankful that we have individuals like him that are willing to support women's sports, and we're very fortunate to have that.